嘿嘿。今天痰比较多，唉，好久不见了。前阵子去比完赛之后累坏了，休养了一下。先趁这个秋季特卖啊，买了这款游戏《东方快车谋杀案》。我看了一下简介，看起来觉得不错啦，所以就想说买来玩玩看。正好我也喜欢玩这种侦探类型的游戏，那就直接勾了。阿加莎克莉丝蒂，这应该是一个作者的名字吧？我猜啊。卡透良旅馆。伊斯坦堡，2023年哦，2023年了。我以为是比较90年代、80年代的游戏剧情，毕竟是在火车上面嘛。可是竟然是2023年。
Development you predicted in the Kastner case happened unexpectedly. Please come back immediately.
How can it be unexpected if I have predicted it?
Poirot, my friend, is that you?
可是，这人类模组看起来不像2023嘿嘿，2020吧，大概。到接待处找布克先生。
Poirot, it is I, Book.
等一下，滑鼠灵敏度有点太高。控制吗？喂，我要这样调，太扯了。OK， 影片是什么动态模糊那些，我把它关掉。好 ，OK。真没什么设定可以调，其实还行了。以一个侦探游戏来说，也不要求太多。按一互动。
Is it truly you, my friend?
Book, it is indeed me.
What brings you so far from home?
A little affair in Syria.
An affair of the heart?
No, a modest affair of recovering stolen artifacts. But now I am summoned home to England and must leave immediately.
This evening? You travel on the Orient Express, I hope.
I have made no arrangements yet, as I just learned that an emergency has arisen, and I must return to England immediately.
Very well. It will be my pleasure to secure you a sleeper on the Orient Express.
If the director of the line insists, I accept with pleasure.
And we'll dine together. For I too depart this afternoon.
原来是走后门啊。
I'll have the hotel transfer our luggage.
Excuse me, sir. You are the director of the line? The Princess Dragomirov would like to know if she may keep her mina in her compartment on the train.
Good morning, Princess.
她是公主。
It is an honor to welcome you aboard. There is absolutely no problem for your pet.
公主也太老了吧？
Oh, yes. The Princess Dragomirov would like to know if there is food for miners on board. Insects, small amphibians, baby rodents.
怎么可能会有？
Baby rodents.
而且什么狗吃老鼠啊？
Will be fed as you demand.
You there, desk clerk.
One moment, sir.
Listen to me. Call the police. My train ticket has been stolen.
Stolen? Oh dear. Oh dear.
You travel by the Orient Express, monsieur?
Arbuthnot. Captain Archibald Arbuthnot, formerly British Army, now retired. And yes, I'm taking the Orient Express to Paris. But what business is that of yours?
My name is Book. I am the director of the line at your service. And perhaps this gentleman could assist you. He is Hercule Poirot.
But I must make that train.
A train ticket. Yesterday I recovered artifacts worth several millions.
我一个名侦探帮人家查
It's not just any ticket.
车票，我去拿。
It's an Orient Express ticket.
Very well, I will investigate.
Thank you, Poirot. I will arrange a car to Circuitry Station for us.
吃个柚子。好，有新线索了。按 Tab 开启失路图。我们看看。先跟那个上尉谈谈啊，帮他找那个车票，知道多一点资讯。OK。来。
How do you know your ticket has been stolen, monsieur?
I put it on a table in my room. I came down here to breakfast, and when I got back, my ticket was gone, and other things were on the floor as if they'd been tossed about.
Hello, monsieur. I suggest we begin in your room. Will you lead the way?
搜索、问话、检查、问话隔壁房客。哎，没有，干。搜索卧室，
Think, Poirot, that is not
还不能取消哎。 检查门，搜索卧室，问话隔壁房客。
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
做得好。OK， 走吧。还有我帮你按电梯啊，大少爷。他说军人，我上尉啊。 因为高军阶的，可能都习惯被人伺候。
Floor, Captain Arbuthnot?
4th floor.
Oh, one mystery solved.
哎，我走不动啊！他刚刚说几楼？ 5th floor 还是 4th floor?
4th floor.
The task may be trivial, but I must not let the little grey cells wander.
我真的没听清楚，嘿嘿，完了，当不了侦探
I。suppose I can exercise my powers of observation while we wait.
英国人吧？退休上尉。 应该啊。
That's the right answer.
人物分析是特别专题研讨，完成后所分析的人物会显示在暂停选单的人物分页。哎呀，暂停选单人物 ，OK， 有了。
My room's along here. 411.
是111
In a
好。
hotel of this quality, a thief. Come on, don't dawdle.
407在吵。
It'll be a disaster if I miss that train.
You have locked the door, monsieur?
Naturally. This is a foreign country.
You have the key card?
Of course.
We will enter.
好，
The lock has not been tampered with.
长按了。 地上有水渍。
Water with traces of soap. The water is scented.
第一时间是看浴室啊。这是什么？胡子。
Another golden mustache to
靠，
treasure.
这是收藏品啊。我这边是淋浴间。
A perfume bottle.
香水瓶。
Suggestive.
倒掉的香水瓶吧。
Bottle.
靠，要进不去。
The wallet is somewhat worn. It contains just over $200 and the usual cards.
也没有什么别的了。Rotenu。
A fact sheet from a tour of Saint Sophia.
土耳其的。
A stamped reservation for the Bosphorus ferry.
渡轮。对，他坐完火车之后还要坐船。
A brochure for this fascinating city.
这座城市的介绍手册 ，OK。靠腰，
Another delightful trophy for
太多了吧？
conspicuous gallantry.
伊拉克卓越勇气十字勋章，看来是这个屌人哦。
Retired as a captain.
哦，所以拿了这个勋章，不应该是上尉这个等级就对了。
A list of travel expenses, but how did these papers end up on the floor? Four floors. It's impossible for a thief to have exited through the window. The bed is skillfully made.
果然是军人。 This earring, it is not the first time I've seen it, but where? I must admit I'm not right this time. 嗯，
That was easy.
啊，可能选错。嗯，对，插问话。
please.
A brief word, sir.
I will give you 2 brief words. Go away.
Monsieur.
I've been traveling all night from New York. Must I call the management?
Pardon, monsieur. I do not believe we have awakened a thief. The room is apparently empty. I will leave it for the moment.
啊，这样就结束了。等会儿。
Why was there an earring in your room?
An earring? A previous guest, I suspect. I don't wear them.
当然。
How long were you at breakfast, Captain?
A half an hour or so. Just a roll and some coffee.
一块面包跟咖啡，搞半个小时。
Did you leave the window open?
No. That must be how the thief escaped.
I think not. Unless the thief had wings. The bed is very neatly made, but the corners are not military style.
The price we paid for this hotel? I'm not going to make my own bloody bed.
Interesting pronoun, that we.
啊。
I must admit I'm not right this time. This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth. No, not good.
这个，对。
The wind probably blew the papers on the floor as it came in through the window. Moreover, the door is closed, and I found an earring on the bedside table. The captain invited a woman into his room. Maybe she is our culprit. Et voilà.
刚刚在电梯的那
That
个。
was easy. Captain Arbuthnot, I have examined your room. Much was revealed, possibly more than you expected. Rest assured, we will soon find your ticket.
It's about bloody time. I have a train to catch.
As do I.
You are traveling on the Orient Express?
We? If you will be good enough to answer a few questions, we may both make our train.
Ask away.
Please give me an account of your movements yesterday.
I spent most of my day in Istanbul, sightseeing. I returned to the hotel as the sun was setting. The desk clerk can confirm I was alone when I picked up my key. I spent the night alone. I had no visitors in my room.
就是这个，一个压力。
Have you told me the entire truth, Captain Arbuthnot?
Of course. I want you to find my ticket.
Can you explain the earring I found on the bedside table?
An earring? Yes. Forgive me, Mr. Poirot. I had some business correspondence that wanted answering. The hotel provides help for business travelers. They sent up a secretary. I dictated a letter, and she mailed it for me. I hadn't noticed that she had lost an earring.
And when did you invite this secretary? This woman may be the thief we are looking for.
That was yesterday evening. My ticket was still there when I went down to breakfast. She can't have taken it.
I see. Never mind. It is easily checked. And there was no other person in your room?
No, I swear there wasn't.
Ah, well, never mind. If it is not her, there is only one option left.
Fine. Please finish your job quickly. I'll be downstairs in the lobby.
询问接待员，好。不知道为什么预设的接待员会是女。
Pardon, monsieur. May I inquire when the staff begins cleaning the rooms?
Every morning at breakfast time, sir. After making certain there are no guests in the room, of course.
May I speak with the chambermaid who cleaned room 411 this morning?
I hope you don't think that one of our staff stole the ticket.
No. Do not distress yourself. We seek only information.
I will summon her at once.
Oh, I'd ask her to bring her laundry cart.
The
Hotel Tocatlia is a perfect prelude for my journey.
Luxury Hotel 啊，豪华饭店。
Do not be frightened, mademoiselle. Did you clean room 411 this morning?
Room 411? Yes, that is one of mine.
Did you see a ticket on the desk when you entered the room?
I'm sorry, I didn't notice a ticket. There was a wallet, but of course I did not touch it.
Did you open the window?
Yes, we always air the rooms. Oh, but I forgot to close the window. While I was making the bed, the person from next door was pounding on the wall. I wondered if he needed assistance. I tossed the dirty sheets in my cart, quickly finished mopping, and went to see, but it was nothing. I'm afraid I left the window open. I'm so sorry.
The window left open, papers scattered on the floor. The chambermaid cleaning the room. I believe I can now visualize what happened. Poirot is not going to touch the dirty laundry.
还不碰哎。OK， 来龙去脉，来。
My little gray cells did not let me down.
"别叫他找。
Mademoiselle, would you be so kind as to look in the sheets from room 411? And so the missing train ticket completes its strange journey. An open window, a laundry cart, and an annoying neighbor. But chance is the only guilty party in this dark mystery.
Mr. Poirot, I apologize. I believe my concern got the better of me, and I forgot myself. Thank you.
It was a case of great magnitude. I'm glad I was up to the challenge. And that, I think, is that.
完成了，我可以离开了。这个是跑步哦。
Our bags are all packed. I have my ticket and papers. If you give me yours, I'll hang on to mine. But as your secretary...
As my secretary, you see to the bags, Hector.
Yes. Yes, sir.
That man, I have a curious impression of him, as if I were observing a wild animal, uncaged.
感觉他之后会是关键人物
We
哦。
must leave for the station. Our bags are in the taxi. Did you find the ticket?
It was a case most difficult, but somehow Hercule Poirot managed.
I knew you could do it. Now we can sit back and enjoy a relaxing train ride.
Go go。伊斯坦堡车站。
You are in luck, Poirot. Of course, no journey on this train is ever ordinary, but this is a special occasion. To celebrate the 140 years of the Orient Express, the engine will be none other than the splendid Pacific 231G558. There she
完
is.
全不知道这是什么东
The
西。
most celebrated train in history. My eyes fill with tears of pride. It is time we were aboard, my friend. Follow me. The wagon-lit conductor, Pierre Michel, will direct you to your compartment.
Lead the way, Book.
Lead the way。
France in 1922 by the Compagnie Batignolles-Châtillon. At the time of its purchase by the SNCF in 1938, it could reach speeds up to 130 kilometers per hour. Wait until you see.
确实蛮漂亮的。
It is like traveling back in time. Today, the train is limited to 100 kilometers per hour. I assure you, that will be more than fast enough to get you to Paris in time for your connection to London. In the meantime, you will bask in the magic that is the Orient Express.
Good evening, monsieur. Your compartment is number 202. However, I am afraid that all the others are already full.
Full? But how can that be?
It is incredible, monsieur. All the world elects to travel tonight.
All the same, you must find room for this gentleman here.
I can exercise my powers of observation while they try to find me a bed.
He is a friend of mine. He can have number 201.
It is taken, monsieur.
What? Number 201?
Yes, monsieur. We are...
Darling, we have to get aboard.
I know.
I have heard of the phobia, fear of flying, but fear of trains?
Now you're making fun of me.
Never, my love. We'll board shortly, once our compartment is ready.
看，鬼鬼祟祟的
It is the young woman from the hotel. She again wishes to watch the old man with his little friend, but not to be seen herself.
Is everything aboard the train, Hector?
In your compartment.
刚才那个人。
I'm having them disinfect the room again as you instructed. I also got a call from the Indians. The sale is going through as you expected.
There was never any doubt. No other phone calls, Hector, from Geneva or Venice?
No, sir. Who were you expecting?
Never you mind. Check our tickets. We're not going in until everything is confirmed.
The young man seems quite agreeable, but the older man is something quite different.
Mary.
Not now. Not now. When it's all over, when it's behind us, then.
Mary， 还有什么？哎，这里还有一个。
Why did you order so much lobster, Hotaru?
My dear Freya, I need
不累呀。
my specialty on the second night. And if the lobster calamari isn't fresh, the passengers will know.
We don't have enough space for my desserts. Tonight, molten chocolate cake. Tomorrow, my specialty.
That is not my concern. They will not have room for them anyway.
Serve your lobster tonight.
Chicken calamari must be the first night dish for the travelers. It is easier to digest.
You really are the egomaniac everyone says you are.
I have every reason to be. I am the engine. You are just the caboose.
哦，很呛哦。
Poirot, I am mortified. The 140th anniversary, perhaps, but such a plague of passengers. Poirot, I am mortified.
"应该是他的秘书。 他身上这是纹身吗？哦，好秀哦，担心。
Yes. Well done. My little gray cells did not let me down.
Poirot, we have a solution. A gentleman has not yet come.
An Englishman, Monsieur Harris.
A name of good omen.
哈里斯
It's already time to leave. What do I care for Mr. Harris?
As Monsieur pleases, I had your things sent straight to your compartment. Unfortunately, you will be with another traveler.
No,
Only for the first night. It cannot be helped.
I will survive, mon ami.
Monsieur Book, we can't find enough space in the kitchen refrigerator to store all of my ingredients.
How is it possible?
His recipes are extravagant. We need to leave something on the platform.
If my lobsters don't go, I don't go.
And have the passengers of the Orient Express go hungry? Never!
Must I
真难搞哎。
problem is unworthy of problem. But
对啊，
I do not intend to starve on the most luxurious
哦，
train.
所以还是要去帮忙就对了。
Thank you for coming to help us.
It is impossible to fit everything into the gallery's refrigerator. Obviously, my entree are more important than dessert.
If Mr. Mori delays his lobsters for a day or two, we can restock at another station.
Delay? You ask me to delay? Freya?
Calm yourself, my friend. I'm sure we can find a solution. Is that a diagram of the refrigerator? May I see it?
Yes, he refuses to look at it.
感觉是美国人。27吧，高点时速。
That was easy.
好，看看，看拼图哎。 看来是不用旋转的吗？诶，按错了，靠！这样。哎，刚刚好，睡了。
You saved tomorrow night's dinner, Mr. Poirot. I will reserve the finest lobster just for you.
I look forward to it, monsieur. And to the dessert, mademoiselle.
Hopefully, that will be the last mystery you face on our journey, my dear Poirot. Your compartment for tonight is at the back of the second-class carriage, number 102. Tomorrow, you move to a private compartment.
怎么样？他说102。OK。Go， 这个跑步速度实在太慢了。
Welcome, Monsieur Poirot. I apologize for the delay.
Thank you, Monsieur Michel. I am delighted you could accommodate me.
OK， 205可以开门吗？
Wrong compartment. I need to find number
204哦，204大一间呢，趁机观察一下。
Rooms are very spacious and luxurious.
真的哎，超豪华哎，这个，看，国外的火车都这样吗？
Pardon me?
Oh, my apologies.
2等舱反而前面。OK， 厕所。其实2等舱也很漂亮呢。啊，你不是公主吗？你怎么会住2等舱
Lady has a style of her own, eccentric but chic.
还是我认错人了？每一个有不同图案的花哎，我的是蝴蝶。哦。
I can't believe it's a locomotive from the 1930s that is pulling us.
1930年代。哦，我们跟那个秘书同一间房。
No, my name is McQueen. There is no other berth on the train, monsieur. All is arranged. Yours is the upper berth. We start in 1 minute. The train's remarkably full.
En voiture!
Listen, sir, if you'd rather have the lower berth, easier and all that, well, that's all right by me.
No, you are too amiable. It is for one night only at Belgrade.
Oh, I see. You're getting out of Belgrade.
Not exactly.
他认识那个哈里斯哦，这样的话应该，要不然他不会第一个反应就是我们开错房间门。所以他跟那个哈里斯是认识的。那个哈里斯是什么人？因为他其实应该早就知道他要跟别人共住啊。可是他在我们开门的第一个反应，他是认为我们开错房间。 我在从伊斯坦堡出发后过了一夜，现在是这趟旅程的第2个傍晚，也就是说有龙虾了，对不对啊？赞赞赞，可以吃龙虾了。
Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served. You may join the rest of the passengers in the dining car.
他们2个坐在一起，也认识吗？这是酒吧而已吧。
Excuse me, monsieur. Pierre asked me to inform you that a passenger left us, so his room is yours. Monsieur Bouc instructed that your things be transferred to room 202 during dinner. You will be more comfortable in first class.
It is true what you say. Thank you,
Mr. Fauché, monsieur.
或许。
Where will my new compartment be?
Room 202 is at the far end of the previous car.
I see, thank you. What is your position on the Orient Express?
I manage the bar car, and I also do the restaurant car service.
Well, then do not let me keep you. Lobster tonight, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
啊，
I'll leave
真
you
的
to
是
it then.
See you soon.
真的是龙虾，醉的。哦，我们去餐厅。哦。
Please, my friend, join me. I have taken the liberty of ordering you your lobster.
Thank you. It appears our fellow passengers are all gathered here again tonight.
Ah. If I had but the pen of a Balzac, I would depict this scene.
Oh, it is an idea, that.
Ah, you agree. It has not been done, I think, and yet it lends itself to romance, my friend. All around us are people of all classes, of all nationalities, of all ages. For 3 days, these people, these strangers to one another, are brought together. They sleep and eat under one roof. They cannot get away from each other. At the end of the journey, they part. They go their several ways, never perhaps to see each other again.
Certainly it interests us, inviting us to watch and wonder about their lives.
Ah, I know you, my friend. Even now, your mind, it is at work.
确实是蛮梦幻的。
For example, what do you make of those two?
I was visiting my daughter. She works at the American Embassy in Istanbul. I told her she'd never find a husband there. Since I wanted to see Paris on my way home, she told me I should take this high-class train. I can't wait to see Paris. It looks beautiful in the movies, but it couldn't be more beautiful than Schenectady in the good old US of A. That's where I'm living now. And you, Miss Debenham, was it? Where do you hail from?
I was born in the UK.
Oh, that's in England, isn't it? What do you do for a living?
I teach English to children in other countries.
I see. Oh, I wish I spoke a foreign language. My daughter speaks several languages. Let me tell you about her work. It's very important.
干，没有人想知道啊。英国人23差不多吧，英语教师。
Think, Poirot, that is not a good answer.
40不可能吧？哦，好吧。干，看起来不像哎。
That happens to me a lot. There is much you can learn about someone just by observing them and listening. For example, that lady is reserved. She reveals little. She is self-contained. Some secret prompts her to allow her dinner companion to carry the conversation. I confess, in this case, what I witnessed in Istanbul suggests more, but I will respect her privacy.
You will always amaze me.
必须观察。
Mamma mia, you can feel the power of engine. We climb into the mountains with ease. I know something about the power, and this baby has it in spades.
There's something special about a train. I'll give you that. I sell toys, and model trains are one of our biggest items, and not just for children either.
You sell model cars too?
Sure, but give me a train any day.
Oh, my friend. What do you have against the cars? Now I work at Fortuna in Italy as a spokesperson. We are producing the next generation of electric cars, the Fortuna Firenze. Like the city, it is beautiful. We got the competitors looking over their shoulders so much they're going to hit something.
Didn't mean to be insulting. It's just that there's something magical about a train.
意大利人吗？
That's the right answer. The loud
Easy.
gentleman, very confident, a master of his own fate. It is as much in the inflection as it is in the words. He believes in winning. Also, that he is the one who will win.
You are a magician.
Oh, it is not a parlor trick, my friend. It is simply observation.
哎呀，甜点来啦！我的龙虾嘞？睁大眼睛啊！噔噔噔噔噔噔噔。
You have always had the sweet tooth.
But this, it is a masterpiece. I can't understand how the dessert can be so good. I would love to know what the recipe is.
先吃一口看看。
I couldn't tell what flavor the ice cream is.
It looks like lemon. Look at the zest.
Yes, I wasn't sure what that was. What is the red fruit?
覆盆子吧。
It looks like a raspberry.
You have a good eye, Poirot.
哇吼！
The biscuit is the foundation of the dessert. All else is built upon it. What do you think?
It looks like crushed biscuits, my friend.
Finally observed, indeed. Poirot, I am
看连
embarrassed to ask
连
you
甜
a great
甜点
favor.
都知道
My
啊！
friend, I am on this train due to the great favor you have done me. How may I assist you?
This dessert is sublime. If only I had the recipe. Unfortunately, the pastry chef, Miss Nielsen, she will guard her secrets. But you, my friend, I am sure you could make her confess.
You wish me to persuade the pastry chef to give up her recipe?
还不如我猜
You
出
are the
来。
expert at interrogation.
Book, it is a dessert.
It is the pinnacle of desserts. You, my friend, who, as you say, are on this train, I blush to remind you.
Fine, you win. Again, what wouldn't I do for you, my friend?
Oh, thank you, Poirot. Good luck.
我刚刚都还没看 menu 哎，已经全猜对了，靠腰。
Good evening, mademoiselle.
Good evening, sir. How can I help you?
That was a magnificent dessert you served us tonight. I wanted to tell you personally how much both Monsieur Bouc and I enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, sir.
In fact, it is so good. Monsieur Bouc insists on knowing how you made it.
Oh, sir, I'm sorry. You must know a chef never gives away their recipes. But, well, you helped with the refrigerator, and without space in it for me, there would have been no dessert. Very well. To prepare tonight's dessert, first I melt sugar to make caramel. Then I spread this caramel to make tuiles. Between two tuiles, I add a small scoop of lemon ice cream, and I put the whole thing on a strawberry crown.
Poirot, you are suspicious even now. The pastry chef gave up her prized recipe a little too easily. I sense she wasn't entirely honest with me. Thank you for sharing your recipe with me, but I doubt those are strawberries you're using.
Oops. You have a good eye, Monsieur Poirot. Very well. What fruit do you think I used?
一看就是副本子啊。
You used raspberries, not strawberries. I'm not fooled.
You're right. Mr. Book, he couldn't tell the difference. Let's move on to the bottom part of the dessert.
My favorite part of the dessert.
First, I melted some butter. I crumbled pieces of chocolate into the butter. Then I placed the mix in a circular mold. Finally, I let the whole thing cool down to let it harden.
不是巧克力哦。
It's certainly not chocolate that you've crumbled.
I see you do have an excellent palate. Do you know what ingredients I used?
饼干啊。
A clever pastry chef might mix crushed biscuits with butter to create this delicious base.
That's it. You're getting closer to the entire recipe.
Closer? I've caught murderers with less difficulty than this.
I'll give you one last challenge. I'm sure you will be able to figure out the order I mix my ingredients in. If you can, you will have earned my recipe.
Mademoiselle, solving the murder of Roger Ackroyd was easier than this.
甜点食谱，来试试看。香草是在面粉前加入的 ，OK。面粉、香草，糖加入时间比香草晚。鸡蛋跟陈皮是列在一起的，然后比面粉晚。那所以陈皮加入时间比面粉晚，那就鸡蛋是最后加的，所以鸡蛋放在这里，跟陈皮嘛，就是橘皮啊。然后呢，比面粉晚，然后不能连续加入糖跟牛奶，糖加入时间比香草晚。糖、牛奶，所以应该牛奶先。牛奶，然后香草是在面粉前面，所以香草、面粉、糖，应该都对。对 ，OK，
That was easy.
解决。
As promised, my recipe is yours. Give me 5 minutes to write it down for you.
Thank you. I am in your debt. I can take advantage of this moment to resume my little observations of the passengers.
这个人很喜欢偷偷观察其他人。
Did you enjoy the meal?
I'm not used to meals like this.
You do not have good restaurants in Kenya?
Actually, we do. This is in the 1930s.
I did not mean to offend.
You didn't like the meal?
The lobster, it was undercooked, and the potatoes were too dry.
I expect,
Wow.
being Princess Dragomirov's assistant, you must be used to eating well.
Cooking is an art. You do not need to wear the chef's hat to be an artist.
What is your favorite dish?
Currywurst. It is a specialty of mine.
咖喱香肠，什么鬼？德国人吗？我不确定，其实。33，助理吧。哎呀，加白的，看来我有当侦探的潜质哦。
I made a lot of progress on the expenses last night, sir. I should be done by tomorrow morning.
You're supposed to be a fast worker, Hector.
Sorry, sir. Working here is not as comfortable as in our office in Boston.
You're lucky to ride in a train like this.
这个美国人吧，秘书啊，40岁了。
My little my sales did not let me down.
Okay.
Here you are, sir. My recipe. Please tell Mr. Book he should not expect my recipes for the other desserts.
Thank you very much, mademoiselle. I know he will sincerely appreciate the gesture, and I will make certain he gets the message.
嘿，完成。来了，如你所愿。
You were gone such a long time.
It proved more challenging than I expected.
This is wonderful. Did it require the use of your little gray cells?
More the exercise of my little taste buds.
Thank you so much, my friend. Eat your dessert. You've earned it.
对，我们都没吃哎。嗯？看到他喝咖啡，我也想喝咖啡。
Good evening. My name is Ratchet. I think that I have the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Hercule Poirot, is that so?
You have been correctly informed, monsieur.
Your exploits are well known on my side of the Atlantic. In my country, we come to the point quickly. Mr. Poirot, I want you to take on a job for me. Are you interested in earning a lot of money?
My clientele, monsieur, is limited nowadays. I undertake very few cases.
Why, naturally. I understand that. But this, Mr. Poirot, means big money. Big money.
商人呢？62吧，美国人。Okay.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot. What is it you wish me to do for you, Monsieur Ratchet?
Mr. Poirot, I am a rich man. A very rich man. Men in that position have enemies. I have an enemy.
Monsieur, in my experience, when a man is in a position to have, as you say, enemies, then it does not usually resolve itself into one enemy only.
Yes, I appreciate that point. Enemy or enemies, it doesn't matter. What does matter is my safety. My life has been threatened, Mr. Poirot. Now, I'm a man who can take pretty good care of himself, but as I look at it, a little insurance wouldn't hurt. And remember, big money.
I regret, monsieur, that I cannot oblige you.
What's wrong with my proposition?
If you will forgive me for being personal, I do not like your face, Mr. Ratchet. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to finish my coffee peacefully.
单纯觉得你讨人厌啊，他的意思不是直译的意思啊，不是字面上的意思，这只是单纯不爽你。好，回到新包厢去了。我还可以进来，完全没有人鸟我。
A nightcap, Monsieur Poirot?
A cup of coffee, Monsieur Fauché. Then I will retire to my new compartment.
I'm sure you will find it to be most comfortable.
哎，停站了。
We have stopped?
Yes, sir. Belgrade Station. If you'd like to go out and get some fresh air, now is the time. The train leaves at 9:15.
No, I see that it is snowing. I will not seek out the fresh air.
Probably a wise decision.
对啊。
May I suggest a chocolate to accompany your coffee? It is produced by my father, the best chocolatier in Switzerland.
I would never refuse a chocolate with such high recommendation.
I know you will enjoy it, and please let me know if there is anything else you require.
他其实对人是很有礼貌的，只是对于不喜欢的人就态度比较差。
No, not good.
瑞士人吧，刚刚才说完，他老爸是瑞士巧克力的制造人。
Everything was perfect. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Is there anything you require, monsieur?
No, merci.
Eh, 走错边了。
Why, I thought you'd left us. You said you were getting off at Belgrade.
You
说过不是啊。
misunderstood me.
But, man, your baggage, it's gone.
It has been moved into another compartment, that is all.
Oh, I see.
他们两个又认识啊。
I wish you a good night, Monsieur Poirot.
Good night.
I hope you'll sleep well and that your head will be better in the morning.
It is just the cold. I'm now making myself a cup of tea.
I hope it'll warm you up.
I hope so. Good night.
Well, good night, my dear. What a
你房间怎么那么多
brave
杯
girl.
子
On the other hand, that man there in the next cabin, Monsieur Ratchet, he scares the hell out of me. There's something wrong about that man. My daughter always says I'm very intuitive. When Mama gets a hunch, she's dead right. That's what my daughter says. And I've got a hunch about that man. He's next door to me, and I don't like it. I put my bags against the communicating door last night. I thought I heard him trying the handle. Well, whoever you are, I'm going right to bed to read. Good night.
Good night, madam. Whoever I am? Monsieur Ratchet seems very upset.
因为我们拒绝了他的委托吧。哦，现在换成花了。我们的房间。哎，怎么人家的房间那么大，我们房间那么小啊？还说头等。
Ah, finally a real bed fit for a king or a very tired detective.
困了。看到这一幕我也困了。嗯？什么声音？
Monsieur Ratchet?
Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé.
12点37分，有人敲门，继续睡了。哦，他也怕我们没有看时间，也秀给我们看，这应该是重要线索。1点15分就醒来了。
Good night, madame.
The American lady?
Yes, don't worry. You'll know how Mrs. Hubbard is. Imagine to yourself the time I have had with her. She insists, but insists, that there is a man in her compartment. Just imagine it, monsieur. In a space of this size, where would he conceal himself? I argue with her. I point out that it is impossible. She insists. She woke up and there was a man there. And how, I ask, did he get out? and leave the door bolted behind him. But she will not listen to reason.
That one does not leave time to listen. The train has stopped, Mr. Michel.
We have run into a snowdrift. Heaven knows how long we shall be here. I remember once being snowed in for 7 days.
Where are we?
Between Winkowski and Brod.
Oh la la. It's time for me to go back to bed.
I wish you a good night, monsieur. Or what is left of it.
睡觉睡觉，1点15分。啊？怎么又有声音啊？干不让人睡了？干，你知道我最近也有失眠的问题。看到起，三小，而且为什么没有人坐在那边？东方快车，12月17号上午9点。
The train is still stuck and the snow continues to fall. I should have taken an airplane. Well, I must make the best of it and join the other passengers for breakfast.
这真的耶，这个年代还会有人坐火车吗？
The train still hasn't left.
其实我好奇。
Finest of curling irons for the moustache.
八字胡用专用的，这是什么？
Wax to preserve the perfect symmetry of the moustache.
用发蜡来弄胡子哦！哇靠！
The moustache coat
这个也是弄胡子，
unruly knots.
碎了。好，去吃早餐了。度孤了。
Good morning, Monsieur Michel.
Good morning, sir. Please enjoy our special breakfast in our restaurant.
度孤了，我要把他叫醒。诶，怎么都坐在吧台啊？
This delay is intolerable. I am supposed to...
My daughter said it would be the easiest way in the world. Just sit up.
大家是都吃完早餐了，直接去那个了吗？
Good morning, Mr. Fauché. You have early customers, I see.
Yes, I am stuck serving here as well at breakfast. Everyone is impatient. They keep complaining that the train is not moving. As if I could get out and push it.
It's too early for me to order a boxcar. That is the appropriate drink, I believe.
A gin triple sec, lemon and grenadine mix. A drink for a train indeed.
But not perhaps for my breakfast. I think I will settle for an omelette.
Good luck, sir. Miss Nielsen is helping to serve in the dining car.
Mademoiselle, you are not concerned about the train stopping?
What can one do?
Indeed, this does not make the train move. You
Yeah.
have great strength to remain calm at a time like this.
I know one far, far stronger than I.
And that
You say.
is...
Well, that old lady, for instance. You have probably noticed her. She just has to lift her little finger and ask for something in a polite voice, and the whole train runs.
It runs also for my friend Monsieur Bouc. But that is because he is a director of the line, not because he has a masterful character.
You don't have to have a strong will when you have power. But I suspect I did not need to tell you that, Mr.
Poirot.
Mr. Poirot.
Poirot 到底是什么国人的姓氏啊？哎，我们先去吃早餐吧。
How long are we expected to be stranded here?
It won't do much.
他们两个很熟哎。
That fellow there with the moustache, he may know something.
Excusez-moi, sir.
Yes?
Monsieur Book asks for you to join him in compartment 203.
Look here, Poirot. Can you tell us anything?
I can tell you the snow, it will not move aside on its own.
Of course. But you obviously have some influence with Book.
I am going to see him now. I will ask him if he has any information.
把我当什么啊？真是。拜托那些角色不要换衣服哦，换了衣服我就不认得了。203哦。怎么了吗？203不是那个坏人的。
Come in. We have need of you.
What has occurred?
A passenger lies dead in his bed, stabbed.
A passenger? Which passenger?
In there. He's an American, a man called Ratchet. It was his valet masterman who was worried that Mr. Ratchet was not awake yet. Pierre Michel, the conductor, decided to break in and found the body.
I see. Well, my friend, I think it is best not to touch anything and wait for the police to arrive.
Oh, I tried to call the police, but there is no cell tower for many kilometers. We could be stuck in the snow for hours. The murderer is with us. On the train, now! The sooner we catch him, the sooner we'll be out of danger. The Dr. Constantine is already examining the body.
Mon ami, this is not a missing train ticket. We must follow procedure. We must wait for the police to secure the crime scene.
Please, Poirot. I will take full responsibility.
Book, you ask. Well, if we cannot contact the outside world, then... Oh, you are going to drive me crazy. In truth, this problem intrigues me. I was reflecting not half an hour ago that many hours of boredom lay ahead whilst we are stuck here. And now, a problem lies ready to my hand.
You accept then?
C'est entendu. You place the matter in my hands.
Mr.
哦，这是
Poirot,
医生啊。
I am Dr. Constantine.
Forgive me, Doctor. You are a medical examiner?
No, but I have assisted in post-mortems at Nairobi Hospital, where I am a teaching fellow.
I am familiar with your excellent institution.
I do not intend to perform a full autopsy, but a preliminary examination should be of some use.
Of course. May I have a look? Then we can compare notes.
Please, if you need any help, I won't be far away.
肯雅，我记得他是医生，47了吧
That was easy.
好，凌晨1点15分 ，OK。
One would expect that to be the time when the attack occurred.
As you see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I agree. An attack most savage.
哇！
I will, of course, prepare a complete report on my findings.
Thank you. I'll take photos.
嘿嘿 ，iPhone 拍照的声音。哎，这是什么 ？Exotic vape。
Did it belong to Ratchet?
应该是那种什么电子烟那种烟油吧？怎么好多？直接碎掉了。
This phone was deliberately smashed.
刻意被破坏了。
Last night, Monsieur Ratchet said he takes precautions. I see now what he meant. He knew he was in danger and wanted wanted to be ready, yet it was no use to him. I will leave it here for the police. A handkerchief. There's a letter H embroidered on it.
H. 哎呦
I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside. I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside. I wonder what could be in this photo. A box of sleeping
安眠药。 也要猜到密码。
Where can the killer have gone? This door communicates with compartment 204. The latch is open on this side.
Look 看一下啊，先还原照片。 哦，自黛西。
Daisy. Interesting. I'm right again. That happens.
还没检查完。
The chain lock is broken. Monsieur Michel told me that he broke the chain on the door to get into the room. I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
那边还有箱子。
Expensive clothing, recently laundered.
爱丽丝走在开了1000朵花的森林里，她摘下10朵花做成花束。突然间，花束变成一只蝴蝶，地上的花开始倍增，变成原来的2倍之多。也就是，990只乘以2，对吧？1980。
Not exactly the reading material one would expect of a man like Ratchet.
我数学没算错吧？美金。
Not very surprising.
For each person hunt You will suffer the same harm. Your death is near. We never forget. 每一个猎杀的人，你都会受苦一样的伤害。你的死亡接近了，我们永远不会忘记的。这是恐吓信吧？日记。打电话检查什么什么运输，地毯运输啊，东方列车，打给 DC， 检查钱钱 ，debrief with H， 跟 H 开会，然后 arrive Venus。维纳斯吗
Ratchet had an appointment he will never keep.
然后确认确认机票啊，跟 RJ 确认机票。Fontana de Conigli 不是英文。
Meeting place on the back of a postcard. Someone
AW.
with the initials AW.
AW。还有一件物品没分析哎，还有什么？
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I must question you.
Of course. I must be considered under suspicion like everyone else.
May I know your movements last night?
I share compartment 101 with Mr. Book. He would not stop talking about his beloved train. I listened to him for hours talking about his Orient Express.
My friend Book will no doubt confirm this. Did you know the victim?
Not at all. I noticed him last night at dinner, but I did not pay much attention.
Did you touch anything in here this morning?
I checked for a pulse. There was none. Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
What can you tell me about the victim?
He died from multiple stab wounds of varying angles and depth. More than one would have been fatal. I would place the time of death roughly between midnight and 2 a.m. With more time, I hope I can be more precise.
I assume the open window complicates matters.
Indeed. Conditions are not perfect.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
有个资讯的窗户打开的。
The snow is falling only lightly this morning. The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he jumped out the window.
他很冷嘿。窗户开着。
So, the murderer must have exited through Madame Hubbard's room. That's the right answer.
"这两个人会看到，一个在那个吧走廊，一个是就是经过他的房间。
My little gray cells did not let me.
OK， 有文化了。 不可以直接在这边过去哦。
Door communicates with. I shouldn't leave until I have finished
还有什么还没
inspecting the crime scene.
我检查完了吧？我还有什么还没检查吗？
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
还是我漏了什么东西？哎，这里还有一个回顾事件。
I do not think that's the right answer.
我是想说，他下了安眠药，所以没办法那个。
I must admit I'm not right this time. Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer. No, not good.
哦，这样啊。对。
I can't imagine Ratchet taking a sleeping pill if he feared for his life. I'm right again. That happens to
所以他不可能自己吃安眠药，安眠药是别人放在那边的。
Et voilà.
OK， 好多人要问话哦。
I think I've seen everything I need at the moment. I'm counting on you to finish your analysis.
I'll have a more detailed report for you as soon as I can.
The chain lock
哎呀，按错了。
is broken. Assume.
走喽。
So, Poirot, did you find anything out?
It's a bit early for the handcuffs, my friend. Even for Hercule Poirot. Do not worry, mon ami. I believe our culprit has no plans to strike again. Monsieur Ratchet was the target. Of that I am convinced. Tell me, Book, how did you spend last night?
This is a joke, I hope. Don't you trust your old friend?
My friend, calm yourself. I must hear your story in order to corroborate other accounts.
Ah, naturally. Let me see. I went to my compartment after dinner. Dr. Constantine was already there. We talked about his career. He's a Cambridge man, you know. After university, he returned to his country and has done much good there. He was so interested in the Orient Express. I told him all the anecdotes I know. I'm not certain when we fell asleep, but it was very late.
他不是说你说不停吗？
Here is what I have found out. Monsieur Ratchet was stabbed many times. I also found threatening letters in his safe. He had a loaded gun under his pillow, so he was on guard, ready to defend himself. However, there was an empty glass with white residue at the bottom. I suspect a barbiturate. Perhaps he was forced to take it. In any case, I am certain he was unconscious, unable to defend himself. I also found several other items at the crime scene, possibly related to the murder. They must be investigated.
By all means, Poirot. As fast as you can.
I also found liquid for an electronic cigarette, but I could not find a vape. This might belong to the murderer.
This criminal is an amateur.
I need a list of the passengers with their compartment numbers.
Pierre Michel will have it.
I must interview the rest of the passengers and the staff.
I'll be in the bar car if you need me. We are hours late. Soon I hope help will arrive.
Hmm? 乘客名单。
morning, madam. I am Hercule Poirot.
Caroline Hubbard. What can I do for you, Mr. Poirot?
I am the bearer of unfortunate news.
It's obvious with all the commotion that something has happened.
Madame Hubbard, I am afraid your neighbor, Monsieur Ratchet, was murdered last night.
Oh my God! I knew it! I knew it!
I would like to ask you some questions, but first, may I inspect your room?
Of course, yes, you must.
You must. 美国人啊，60岁了，家庭主妇吧。
That's the right answer.
最主要是这个门。
This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side. The luxury of the Orient Express is present in every detail.
Hmm? 这里还有什么地方没看吗？也没有啦。
Here is a jacket button. It bears the logo of the Orient Express. Come to Poirot, my exquisitely sculpted friend.
哦，每个场景都有几个这样，我已经错过了2个了。
How is it you didn't bolt the door between the two compartments?
But I had. Well, as a matter of fact, I asked that Swedish lady, Olsen, Greta, if it was bolted, and she said it was.
How was it you could not see for yourself?
I was already in bed, and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
What time was it when you asked her to do this for you?
Oh, it must have been around 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. She'd come along to see if I had an aspirin. But instead of opening my door, she opened Mr. Ratchet's door by mistake. He said something quite rude, like, "Not a chance, lady, you're too old." It shocked her. She came in, I told her where to find the aspirin, and she got it out of my toiletry bag. Poor girl, she didn't have a good night.
The same could be said for Monsieur Ratchet. It appears Mademoiselle Olsen may be the last person to see Ratchet alive. Is this your handkerchief?
No, not at all.
Yet it is embroidered with an initial H, like your name.
I don't care, it's not mine, and I would certainly never buy something so impractical as that frilly thing.
确实跟他形象不合。
Are you a smoker?
No, definitely not. Filthy habit.
I found a jacket button on your table. It looks like it belongs to a train employee. The button bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, of course the conductor came in last night, but he didn't go near that table.
Still, it's a safe bet that it belongs to the conductor. I'll check his jacket later, to be sure. I have not finished inspecting your room. If you don't mind,
再重新看一次。 也没有脚印，没有人逃。
Monsieur Michel, I must ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
I will do everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel. I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you. This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth. I do not think that's the right answer. I must admit I'm not right this time.
法国人哦，好吧。
That's the right answer.
不知道那些地名，没办法。
I found a button from an Orient Express staff jacket. Did you lose one by any chance?
No, monsieur. As you can see, I have all my buttons. It is not mine.
What is the last station where we stopped?
Vinkovsky.
Could someone have come on board?
Possibly. I was very busy. Owing to the weather, we were a few minutes late. We left at 12:10 a.m.
Where were you at 1:15 a.m.?
I was sitting on my little seat at the end of the car, facing up the corridor.
Are you sure?
I left a little after 1 a.m. to speak about the snow with my colleague Jean in the bar car. I came back later. There was a call. I remember speaking to you.
Indeed, I remember. Carry on.
It was the American lady, Madame Hobart. She thought she saw a man in her compartment. Then, around 1:50 a.m., I made the bed for Monsieur Ratchet's secretary, Monsieur McQueen. He had spent the evening talking with the English Captain Arbuthnot. At 2 a.m., I returned to my place and stayed there until dawn.
I would like to reconstruct with your help the events of last night. Monsieur Ratchet retired to bed. When?
Almost immediately after dinner, sir. Actually, before we left Belgrade.
Did anybody go into his compartment after that?
His valet, monsieur. Monsieur Masterman, and then his secretary, the young American gentleman, Monsieur McQueen.
And that is the last time you saw or heard of him?
No, monsieur. You forget that Monsieur Ratchet rang his bell around 12:40 a.m., soon after we had stopped. I knocked at the door, but he called out in French, "Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé." I then left to answer another bell that had just rung.
那是什么意思啊？那句话
Are you a smoker?
Indeed.
Do you smoke e-cigarettes?
No, tobacco only.
Can you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
来，包厢数102、104、104，没什么人共住啊，其实。哦，乘务人员全部住30几的 ，OK。Constantine 101，哦，然后还有那个啦，那个董事也是住101 ，OK。好，结束了。午夜。好像是这样的。
Et voilà.
Et voilà。搜索204号房还没搜索完吗？还差一点。OK。
Madame, please tell me about last night.
The murderer was right here in my compartment. I woke up. All in the dark it was. I was just so scared I couldn't scream. I pressed the call button. I pressed and pressed. I heard footsteps running in the corridor, then a knock on my door. Come in, I screamed. And I switched on the lights at the same time. And would you believe it? There wasn't a soul there.
You think he went back into the other compartment?
How do I know where he went? I had my eyes shut tight. The conductor came in. I told the man what had happened, and he didn't seem to believe me. I asked him to search the room, but he found nothing. I told the conductor to look at the door between the compartments, and sure enough, it wasn't bolted. Well, I soon saw to that. I told him to bolt it, then and there.
Let's see if Mrs. Hubbard was telling the truth about the latch of the connecting door. This hook is probably where Mrs. Hubbard hung her toiletry bag. I can see the latch very well from here, even with the toiletry bag attached. I'll have to clear that up with Mrs. Hubbard. Mrs. Hubbard, you told me that the door connecting the two compartments was closed, correct?
Yes, it was, as I told you. I was already in bed and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was. That's why I asked Miss Olsen to check if it was closed.
Are you sure everything you've told me is accurate, Madame Hubbard?
Of course. I have an excellent memory.
Mrs. Hubbard, I tested putting your toiletry bag on the door hook as you told me. From your bed, you can easily see the latch on the door. The toiletry bag does not hide the latch at all.
Are you saying I'm lying? It may have been stuck somehow in a different position, or I may not have seen it in the darkness. Or I didn't think to look, you irritating man.
Details matter, madame. A man has been most savagely murdered. You will excuse me if I attempt to separate the truth from the false.
Forget my toiletry bag and focus on who entered my compartment. Probably after killing Mr. Ratchet.
如果那个人是你呢？
Force to be reckoned with, but I suspect I'm not done with her. Thank you for your assistance, madame.
好，完成了。来了。对啊。
While Monsieur Michel was chatting with Monsieur Fauchet in the bar car between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the murderer could have escaped Ratchet's room without being seen. That was easy. This direction looks promising. Very well, I choose to go this way.
我猜应该没有了，都可以改吧，都可以改，对啊。现在差什么？问他的随从，他的随从是在这边。
Monsieur Edward Masterman, I believe. May I ask you some questions?
I can barely talk. I have a terrible toothache.
We have a doctor on board the train. Perhaps...
I do not need a doctor. I use essential oils. If you can find my flask of clove oil in my box, I would be grateful.
Fine, if you insist. I will help you. By the smell, I think that the jojoba oil spilled on the other bottles, leaving their labels illegible. I must find another way to find which one is Masterman's toothache remedy. The weighing scale is soaked in jojoba oil. It's unusual. Ah, this old scale will do the job.
Okay.
To start, I must first arrange the vials from the lightest to the heaviest.
This one 比较重。
Now that I know the order, I think that I can easily guess which one is the clove oil. Here is Monsieur Masterman's remedy. Here is your remedy. I hope it will help.
Thank you very much, sir. Ah, well, I can finally speak without too much pain. I'm ready to answer your questions.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
为什么他们两个不是住在一起啊？美国随从掉头发了，39吧，因为也没有到60级那么老。
At what hour did you last see Monsieur Ratchet?
It must have been around 9 p.m., sir. That or a little after. I went to bed around 10:30 p.m., same as the person who shares my room, Mr. Foscarelli. He almost immediately began snoring.
What did you do then?
I read, sir, and I spent a while soothing my toothache with clove oil and listening to the snoring.
Did you hear anything during the night?
Yes. My roommate's snoring.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
Tell me about your employer, Monsieur Ratchet.
I've been working for him.
怎么没问他是不是电
I
子
should
烟？
not wish to speak ill of the dead, but he was not a gentleman, sir.
Did you know that he had enemies?
Yes, sir. I heard him discussing some threatening letters, sir, with Mr. McQueen.
Did he mention these letters to you?
He had been reading a letter when I came in. He asked me if I was the one who put it in his compartment. I told him that I had done no such thing, and he should report it to the police at the next station.
How did he respond?
He laughed, sir.
You're joking.
I do not joke, sir.
Forgive me, I can see you do not. Was he taking sleeping pills?
Always when traveling by train, sir. He said he couldn't sleep otherwise. Last night he asked me to give him 2. I did so, along with a glass of water. He dissolved them in the water.
Did you see him drink the water?
No, sir. I left right after I gave him the pills.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
很奇怪。
He finds smokers disgusting.
Can you tell me again why you gave sleeping pills to Monsieur Ratchet?
Yes, I gave him the pills because when he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it.
等一。特别要我准备。
Monsieur, I believe you are not telling me the truth.
What? How can you say that?
He received threatening letters. One, it seems, last night. Did you know he had a gun under his pillow? And even asked for my help to watch over him? I find it strange that he asked you for sleeping pills when he was afraid for his life and prepared to defend himself.
I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to calm his nerves, maybe out of habit.
It makes no sense.
Wait, please. Isn't it possible that Mr. Ratchet asked me to prepare the pills, but didn't plan to drink them for some reason?
It is possible. But I am a student of character, monsieur, and the Monsieur Ratchet you describe is not the man I met.
If you'll excuse me, my toothache is getting worse again.
I'm afraid this time you must prepare your own clove oil.
他很不爽了。哦，我们这个已经很长了，这个整个脉络。哦，这里还特地有一条线。OK， 我们今天先玩到这边，差不多该休息了。我准备了中药要喝啊，然后看喝完之后会不会好睡一点。我跟那个使者一样啊，有这个睡眠需求，只是我不是喝安眠药，喝的是中药。OK， 存个档。OK， 好，今天先玩到这边了。不过结束影片，方便 YouTube。关台了，8888，拜拜。